22 minutes after 1 o'clock. Welcome to the midday view. Now, the Health Minister, Dr. Mkhize, says he's impressed with the COVID-19 vaccine rollout systems put in place for today. Earlier, Mkhize visited an old age home in Krugersdorp on the West Rand here in Gauteng, where senior citizens receive their Pfizer jabs. Phase 2 of the vaccination rollout has kicked off at 87 sites around the country. Healthcare workers and the elderly remain a priority. My colleague Heidi Giokos joining us now live from Krugersdorp. Good afternoon, Heidi. Has it been going smoothly there?
Yes, Bradan, it seems as though everything has been going quite smoothly. From early this morning, we saw health officials here within the province getting ready for the premiere together with the Health Minister, Dr. Mkhize, and the NEC in the province to make sure that all is going according to plan for Phase 2. Earlier on, the Health Minister was here. It was extremely busy, but things have quietened down now. We do understand that at this specific facility here for the aged, it's providing to the community here within Krugersdorp. So those who are unable to register or have indeed registered in this area and vicinity can come to this old facility, and basically it is a vaccination centre, but they can come here and they can of course be assisted and get the vaccine. Before we listen to what the Health Minister, Dr. Mkhize, said, I'm going to ask my cameraman Mohammed to just show you how things are running quite smoothly. We've seen a number of people coming in, senior citizens, elderly, coming in from the community to get their vaccine, and the sentiment that we're getting on the ground, people are extremely excited. It's just unfortunate that you can't see their big smiles, but you can definitely see the joy in their eyes after they've received the jab. We do know that people are taken in 10 at a time to get vaccinated. Then they go into the observation area where you can see my cameraman Mohammed showing you how there's a waiting observation area about 15 minutes after you get the vaccine. So we have been seeing a large number of people coming in to get the vaccine. So it seems as though the elderly are quite keen. But let's listen to what the Health Minister said with regards to this particular vaccination centre and how Phase 2 has kicked off within the province.
It's a very exciting day. Here now we came to launch the Phase 2 of our national vaccination campaign. We want to announce that we have started, and the indications are that all the sites we had announced had actually started. We're also going to be increasing the numbers as the week goes by. I indicated yesterday that we'll start with about 87 today. Then by the end of the week we should have reached about 200, and then the numbers are going to keep increasing as the supply of vaccines increases. We have had the pleasure of visiting this particular site and looked at how the work is organized. We are quite impressed with the fact that the system put in place is working. In the first instance, we can see the collection of people who have been notified through the electronic vaccination data system to be brought in. We wanted to make sure that today the numbers are controlled, therefore, so that we can deal with the teething problem. And all the screening is happening, and I'm quite happy with it. And I've gone inside to look at how the registration happens. They check the registration, they register those who may not have been registered. That process is also going on quite smoothly. Inside the vaccination center, we have seen a lot of very experienced nurses. Those nurses know exactly what they're doing. I've been impressed with the fact that they've moved very fast. It takes a very short time, a couple of minutes, to vaccinate and finish.
Well, the minister there, very impressed, Heidi, about what's happening and the kind of support that the experienced nurses there at that old age centre, the centre for care for the aged people is happening. I wonder what else other officials had to say this morning when they were visiting the centre.
Yes, certainly, Bradan. We do know that health officials, together with the Minister and Premier, went to another old age home a couple of kilometres away from this particular one here in Krugersdorp, and they they were also quite satisfied with that. But the Premier of Gauteng highlighting the fact that there will be challenges on the ground that have been picked up, but they are trying to deal with them as quickly as possible and as soon as they are picked up. Of course, this morning it was the very first day of this vaccination centre kicking off and the elderly coming in. Many are unaware of what's going on, many are unaware of what's expected of them, and also there seems to be a big concern with regards to the community here in Krugersdorp not coming back for their second jab of Pfizer. We must remember that Pfizer is being rolled out currently in the country for phase 2 until those over 1 million doses are released from the Eastern Cape. But we do know that the Premier is saying that they will intensify vaccination centres as time goes on, and they seem quite impressed and satisfied with how the process has unfolded here. Let's listen to the Premier of Gauteng.
So just looking at this site in Mansfield Township in the western district of our province, just looking at this site, things so far has gone well. I met the elderly people who are extremely positive, whose message has been that this is the right thing to do. And of course, what we are now going to be looking at, we are checking what's happening with all the other sites. We're also going to see with the follow-through. We know that we have started, Minister, we have started with fewer sites, but there are important lessons that we are drawing even this morning. We were checking if the registration is happening the way it is supposed to happen, including when there is a problem solving on site. If someone who is here and they have registered and there's problem solving on site. I watched problem solving happening when Dr. Khoza was being registered. I want to say to the healthcare workers across the province that this phase is extremely important, but I want to assure them that we are going to continue vaccinating the healthcare workers simultaneously with people 60 and above.
That's David Makura there. Before I let you go, Heidi, very quickly, do you have an idea for how long will that vaccination be taking place in that centre where you are? I mean, is there time today, like they're going to finish at 5 o'clock, or they're just going to continue until they serve the last elderly citizen who will arrive there for the jab?
We do know that most vaccination centres close between 3 and 4 o'clock. We do know that this centre will most likely close at 4 o'clock this afternoon, if not 3. And we do know that those who are already within the centre will be assisted, but there will be a cut-off time, as it's a very delicate process with regards to taking the vaccine out. It needs to be kept in cold temperatures, so they manage that quite well to make sure only a certain amount of vaccines are taken out for the amount of people inside. But an interesting question you posed, Dan, is that what time do these vaccination centres close? And there has been information circulating with all these old age homes and vaccination centres that have been established within the province. Most of them close at 3, if not 3, 4 o'clock. But no vaccination centre, according to the notice from Gauteng Health, works beyond 4 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Heidi Giokos there.